book is We Wish to Inform You That Tomorrow We Will Be Killed by Our Families, by Philip Gorovich. Basically, what this book is, it's short stories about the Rwandan genocide and the struggles between the Hutus and the Tutsis. It starts off basically with like all the trauma that's happening to the Tutsis in chapter, like the first couple of chapters, and then once you get into it, it starts describing like more about how the Hutus and the Tutsis got to Rwanda and like how they're kind of in the same position. So it just shows like short stories of like just like their survival, how they survived, and like the struggles that they encountered throughout the book. I really like this book. So for this first picture, the first quote that I chose was for basically what happened right before this was that there was like the Tutsis were just getting killed inside a hospital by other Tutsis, and they had a pastor there that they had told him, since he was a pastor, they couldn't really kill him. They sent him to go and tell the mayor of Rwanda that they wanted to be saved, and they said this: the refugees wondered whether these men had forgotten their God. And basically, right after that, they had saw the pastor on the opposite side with the Hutus killing them. So basically, with this, I tied this back to like religion and how in the book they were like they wondered about religion and whether it stood with them and why come they didn't have like faith and hope to like survive. And basically, I thought of it as like the bricks being a foundation and the missing cracks in between it. The godly part of like the pastor not being there in like the situation, and the leaf representing faith and how it's not fully live anymore, like green, and the colors in it are like changing to like they're changing into like orange and dead colors, basically meaning that their lives and their faith that they had so deep touched in is already fading out. So that's basically that. Yeah. This one was, I tied it back to about the people in Rwanda. Once they finally got into like this deep state of depression and like their war and the revolution started to occur, the people, I tied it back to this book, people didn't understand the idea of a country. What is a country? What is human being? They had no understanding. And the basic, I connected it to this like this bridge represents the foundation of the country, because before the actual revolution started, their country was like in a like a stable state, and the Tutsis kind of had more of the power, but they were the minority in Rwanda. The Hutus were the majority, and there was people coming over, almost, and they're kind of being instigators towards the Hutus, saying like, if you're the majority, why can't you have position and power or whatever? So basically, I demonstrated the bridge here as a country, or as like a human being's rights and power, and the cracks leading to like the cracks in between each like brick, or not each brick, each wood. It's leading to like this disastrous moment, leading up to this dark, timid point in the middle, to like as a revolution and stuff like that. And through that, I also tied it back to like kind of the wildness in the forest in itself, and how it's all bearing in to like to convey a disaster that's occurring. And I also think like, now looking at it, I didn't think about this at first, but now looking at it, like the colors, how I focused mainly on this dark color, but how in the middle it's light showing because like you'll see it in the next picture, but the Hutus and the Tutsis kind of had like relationships with each other, and they weren't always all against each other. So like, I think the contrast is like the past, it was the current, and this is what the future was going to look like for them. So that's that. And this one, I tied it back to the theme of race in this book, and how a lot of people in the book didn't really. At the beginning, they didn't really realize